Now we are.
Okay, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tuesday show. I'm Ultra David.
And I'm James Chen. How's everybody going?
We're not actually playing a first 100 in Marvel.
Dude,
Sorry.
That'd be so sick, though.
That'd be so awful.
The kind of high-tier play that we would display would be epic.
Did you ever play that game at all? Marvel 2 we're talking about.
Combo videos.
Oh, Combo, okay.
Yeah, no, I never actually played it, like, competitively. Yeah. I mean, the reason why I never played it competitively is because when it first came out, went to E3, saw Ducto playing the game. Ducto, I've known him since he was like 11 or 12. I played like hyper fighting with him a long time ago. So I was like, hey, Ducto, how's it going? Okay. And he was okay at hyper fighting back then. I mean, he was good, but I could fight him and beat him or whatever like that. He's like, hey, how's it going? I hadn't seen him in forever. We all played Marvel. Then Marvel 2 was there, so I go, let me try this out. He just blew me up. Yeah. And I was like, I wanted to use Sentinel, right? So I did Sentinel from a screen away, Rocket Punch, and then he Air Hyper Viper beamed me in reaction. I was like, this game is dumb. And then
that was it?
I didn't take it seriously after that for a little bit, and then all of a sudden I found out Duck was like the greatest Marvel player like at the time, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
And
you didn't feel quite as bad for getting dumped on.
Yeah, but by then it was too late. I totally sucked at the game. Everyone was so good at it already, so yeah.
Yeah, I never played it competitively, really. I played it casually, like everybody did, but I never knew much about it. And once I actually started playing other fighting games competitively, yeah, it was too late. Yeah. I mean, I guess, whatever, Neo played late and he did fine, but for the most part, people didn't really pick the game up if they didn't pick it up within the first few years. It was rare for some reason, so I never did. Anyway, the reason we're talking about this is that there is right now, and has been for a while, a first to 100 Marvel vs. Capcom 2 set between Sanford Kelly and Yipes.
Yeah, and last I checked, the score, it was very even for a while. Then when it started getting to around 100 games, that's when Sanford started pulling away. I know they at the break, Sanford was up 50-41. But at this point, the last I checked, it was 78-58 in favor of Sanford. So Sanford has definitely pulled ahead. I'm not sure if that's just because he's got that Marvel stamina going. But in case you guys don't know, I mean, a lot of people were actually surprised to find this out, which shocked me. But Sanford and Yipes are like the top 3 of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like of all time in the world.
Who did not know that?
I remember when, I think it was Clockwork or somebody put out an article on Broken Tier talking, like, where they mentioned something about the old Marvel gods, and he mentioned, like, Yipes and Sanford, and someone was like, wait, Sanford was good at a game? Like, duh, like, haters being haters and stuff, and I was like, what? Because pretty much Marvel 2... it was Justin, Yipes, and Sanford. Those are like top 3, right?
Yeah.
And then like you could probably throw in a Smooth Viper in there. Was really good.
I have no idea.
Oh, who was the other one that was really good? I know Executioner was really good at the game. It was all East Coast players too. They were all super good at the game. So yeah.
But yeah, they are definitely legends, and I guess it's Sanford pulling away now. I guess it's his birthday or something.
Yeah.
That's on twitch.tv/IFC Yipes.
Yes. So
check it out if you're interested.
Have them both on at the same time. So
yeah, for sure. But so we're not going to talk about that for the most of the show. We have several events on the old sidebar over here, including events, games, Smash 4, rankings. And then questions. We kind of expect that we won't fill the whole time, so we'll look for viewer questions, but we'll see. Yep. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay. Well, let's start out with events. There were a few things actually over the past weekend, and one sort of long running that we'll get to. But let's start off with the Saigon Cup.
Yes.
Ultra Street Fighter 4.
This took place in Saigon, obviously. This was definitely, I'm pretty sure it was a Capcom. Yeah, so Capcom ranking event here, so there was points to be won.
Right.
And, I mean, what were the results?
Okay, so top 8, starting from the bottom, were Hofly with Guile or Hoffley, Marn with Dudley, Viper, and Rufus. That's actually surprising to me.
Yeah, well, I think he's moved back to
Vietnam, I know he's there.
Yeah,
that's not the surprising part to me. The surprising part is that he shows up in a top 8 of Street Fighter. When was the last time that happened?
Yeah, I guess it's true.
Years ago. Chuan got 5th. Geef, Guile, Faye, Also 5th was Koji with Akuma.
It's a different Koji, not Koji KOG, right?
I assume so, yeah. Leslie got 4th with Sagat. Human Bomb 3rd with Sakura. 2nd place was GamerB Adon, and then winner of the whole thing was Shen with Gen, but not only Gen.
Yes.
He also played Poison.
Now, if I get this straight, if I remember, I didn't get to watch any of this.
Okay.
I do believe that in winners finals, Shen sent GamerB to losers with Gen, or did he do it with, or did
So in winners finals, Shen beat Human Bomb Sakura 5-0.
Okay.
Losers finals, then it was Human Bomb who GamerB.
Okay, that's what I was looking at. So top 8 winners. So Shen did beat GamerB 3-1, and I think he only used Gen when he knocked him into losers bracket.
Yeah.
But then in losers bracket, GamerB reset it, right?
Right. Yeah, and that was a 4-5 reset. And Shen had switched to Poison, and then in the final set, it was 5-1 Shen. Most of the work being done by Poison.
Right.
I did watch it.
Okay.
I did watch it. I mean, it was good play. Like I don't know what to say. I guess I kind of I feel like that pick sort of makes some sense in the way that her Fierce Fireball works. It kind of protects her from if you can imagine Adon going into the neutral jumping, right? Going into the air,
right,
and then trying to get over things with a Jaguar kick. It wasn't really working out.
Okay.
Because of focus and with Fierce Fireball. And other than that, I mean, it was just like kind of normal Poison play. I don't know. Maybe
you didn't. So in other words, you didn't feel like there was anything special. You didn't see anything like okay.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, there were setups that were not safe jumps. They were like the kind of thing that that a guy player will do, where they're like neutral jump, and if they do a jump attack, then it's not a safe jump, actually. But like a lot of times they won't do a safe jump. Instead, they'll just block and whatever. He was doing that kind of thing.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Other than that, it was...
Actually, now this actually brings up something else that maybe we should talk about a little bit. But Bonchan and Nemo were recently asked who their top 5 characters in Ultra were.
Yeah.
And both of them had Poison in that list.
Yeah, they did.
Are we all just missing something? I mean...
I really don't think I'm missing something. I really don't.
Like, you see people put Poison in top 5 or whatever, and you're like, okay, maybe they just have... This is Nemo and Bonchan, arguably the 2 best players in the world right now. They could be, right? I mean, Nemo just 5-2'd Daigo with Rolento, a crappy character, and Bonchan has been finishing 2nd and 1st in every tournament he plays, right? And both of them are saying Poison is top 5.
They have all the credit. They have all the credit in the world. But I really don't think so. I just really don't.
Right.
As the game has gone on, I've kind of reevaluated whether I think she's bad, and I don't think she's bad. I think she's a fine character. But I just don't see what would put her in top. I don't know. I was trying to think about it. Like, is it her mid-range normals? No. Is it her, like, is she very damaging while being very safe? Like maybe like a Faye or something? Not really.
Right.
Does she have that kind of space control? In most matchups, she doesn't. It's fine, but it's not like some crazy good space control. It's like I'm not. Is there Dragon Punch? It can't be that. Like. I just don't know.
Yeah, it's weird to me. I mean, I admit I can't see her being top 5.
Yeah.
In a game with 44 characters, like none of them put Akuma in top 5.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Like I still think Akuma's amazing in this game, but they're like Akuma.
Well, keep in mind there was also a Zangief in that top 5.
One of them put Zangief, the other one put Ibuki.
Yeah, Ibuki also. They both had Evil Ryu, they both had Yun, which I think just about everybody would agree with. But I wouldn't put Geef up there. I mean, I'm a big Geef fanboy, but I just don't think that that's realistic.
Right. I think both of them had Adon in there as well. I can't remember.
Was it Adon? I don't think it was Adon.
Okay.
We didn't think about this in advance.
Yeah, I know. I totally forgot that this happened, and so I just looked it up. I just remembered right now. But
yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that one. So,
which one?
Bob the Man says it's what you don't see.
Oh, that's amusing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in any case,
well, I'm bringing up this top 5 because now I'm a little bit interested. I just want to remember what the last one was.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Nemo says Yun, Evil Ryu, Ibuki, Poison, Zangief. Okay. Then Bonchan says Yun, Evil Ryu, Fei, Poison, Ibuki. So they both have Poison, Ibuki. Well, they're basically the same except for Zangief and Fei.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, so they both had Ibuki in there. Oh,
Yeah,
so
Ibuki's
Zangief and Fei were the two alternates.
Yeah,
that they had
Fei
in
I
there.
totally agree with.
Yeah. See, I'm surprised Akuma's not up there. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Has Cammy really dropped that far?
I don't know. I mean, you know, you hear people talk about Ibuki. I don't think that's unreasonable at all to put her up there. That's fine. I
mean, Ibuki might be up there because of Sako, right? Maybe they're traumatized by Sako or something like that. I don't know. But Sako's not even playing Ibuki anymore. He's playing Elena now, of all characters.
Which we'll talk about in a bit. He's doing very, very well. But yeah, it's a very interesting list. You know, we'll see. Either that, I mean, that might mean that they're like very far ahead of the game and they know something that most people don't. Or it means that man, everybody's human. even the best players are wrong now and then. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, we'll see.
Okay,
We'll see. But anyway, good job to Shen for taking that thing.
Yep. I mean, I don't think he's going to get enough points to make... is there any more premier events in Asia coming up? Because I don't think he's going to have enough points to make it to the Capcom Cup, which is a shame. Okay, he's got the Pro Tours Asia Series Finals in Singapore. Okay, that's basically, I think, what he's gunning for is to win that, which is going to take place October 25th to 26th, which is a premier event. So if he wins that, he will qualify automatically. I wonder how many points GamerB has built up, actually, now at this point. Because I feel like GamerB has been placing high in a lot of ranking events. So I feel like he should be up there. So, I mean, if we look at the standings right now, Bonchan... I'm skipping the people who've already qualified. So I'm just talking about Bonchan's in second with 720. He's first for non-auto qualifier with 728. Then Justin with 676. Ricky Ortiz is third with 442 points. GamerB now is 378. Choo Choo from Brazil is 374, and look at this. Shin has jumped all the way up there to 12th place. Well, 6th place, 6th highest there with 368 points.
Oh, there are 6 non-automatic qualifiers who make it, right? Okay. So he's in there right now.
Yeah, interesting. So Shin is actually in there now, and Fudo
is not.
He's outside 8 points behind Shin. K-Brad has dropped down to 344 points, tied with Snake Eyes. So K-Brad and Snake Eyes are a little bit down there, so we need to find more events for Snake Eyes to get some points.
Come on. Well, he's probably not going to the Fall Classic. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, man, I hope so. That would be so cool.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next one. So DreamHack... DreamHack Stockholm happened. Let's see what the results were in Street Fighter 4. Top 8, F-Word, Ibuki, Bashfest, Sagat. Those were 7th place. Tied for 5th were Yonzai with Guy, Blanca, Ryu, and Poppy with Cammy, Fei, Yun, and Evil Ryu. That guy is such a tier.
Which one?
Poppy.
Lover. Dude, Cammy, Fei Long, Yun, and Evil Ryu. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Phenom got 4th with Bison, then Veggie with Geef and Yun, 3rd place. Ryan Hart got 2nd place. Sagat, Evil Ryu, and Ryu. And then Luffy, just with Rose, took the whole thing.
Yep. I mean, we looked at the results and neither of us were surprised to see Luffy at number 1 and Ryan Hart at number 2. That seems like a pretty safe bet if you're a betting man for first and second in any European event. So it seems like Luffy is still on a dominating role with Rose. Of course, we will see him at the Capcom Cup and Ryan Hart, because Ryan Hart qualified at the first premier event, which was final round, and of course Luffy qualified at EVO.
Yeah,
so
you won the whole thing. So.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see both of them at the end of the year as well. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Did Volmaster play in this?
I don't see his name in here.
Okay. Because Volmaster's another. Yeah, someone mentioned Volmaster. He is definitely a player that is very strong in Europe as well.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah, of course. Okay, so then also there's this WEGC 2014 Global Challenge Seoul. There was the winner would win a $5,000 prize. The top 3 players earn a spot in the grand finals. So
it's just like an invitational.
This is in Korea.
Was this an invitational? Because it's really only 8 players that were in it.
I think that this was a qualifier from before. It was something like that. Like there was an open tournament, and then there was a top 8. It was something like that.
Someone actually says Valmaster got knocked out in pools.
Oh, he went, but he didn't do well.
Wow. Okay, well, there you go. So
interesting.
Okay. Unless we're being trolled, you know. Like
you never know, man.
666 eliminated Daigo, dude. Yeah. So,
all right. Well, in this thing, so top 8. Well, there were 8. Starting from the bottom, initial Kyoso with Rose, 7th. Then I am 83 man. I'm trying to think like how I saw people
could
pronounce
it be
that.
Something? Yeah, I am B man or I don't know.
Yeah.
Using calculator, you know, lead speak logic.
Anyway, he got 7th with Akuma and Sagat. Then Xiaohai 5th with Cammy Yun. Bao with Yang, Evil Ryu. Human Bomb fourth place with Sakura and Poison. Then the only American in this was Huda Man. He got 3rd place.
He travels to Korea. This is like the 2nd time he's been at a random Korea tournament.
Yeah, I think that's what I think I heard about this from, is that he went to a previous Korean tournament and got into top 8, and then he's back for this.
Oh,
and this was televised in Korea.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right, so it was all fancy.
Yeah, but Huda Man getting 3rd place here in a pretty stacked
tournament,
stacked bunch of people here. Yeah,
for sure.
That's really impressive.
I looked up who he lost to. Only Dako. Dako got 2nd place. Cammy, Sakura, Viper, Evil Ryu, and then Infiltration won the whole thing with Chun, Evil Ryu, Rolento, and Ryu.
Okay, cool. That's good to see Infiltration, because he's kind of disappeared a little bit. Like, we haven't heard much from him recently, but still obviously a strong player.
For sure.
He will also be at the Capcom Cup. He qualified, didn't he? Yeah.
Did he?
I want to
he did.
Yeah, he did. Okay, yeah, so he qualified. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one was it again? It was CEO. That's right. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Infiltration, Dako, and Huda Man qualify for ECG or WEGC. This is
Sako used Cammy, Sakura, Sea Viper, and Evil Ryu is another one of those tier players. Because you also remember at Canada Cup he played DJ, right? I mean, God, this guy can't.
Is that why DJ got nerfed? You think?
No, DJ's still bad. DJ to me is like worst character in the game, like without question.
I don't think anybody would challenge you on that.
Yeah, like I mean, in the last version, we were always like, who would we pick for like the bottom 5? DJ is like, it's
bottom 1 is pretty much DJ. Unanimous. But other than that, picking a bottom 5 is not easy.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's it for that. Let's talk now about the Art of Fighting 2014 tournament. We brought this up when it was announced. We got an email about it, if you recall.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Basically, let me see. Where's the information here? It was... so the organizer, Ian, he did lose his son to congenital heart defect. And so basically this is a tournament where artists create a bunch of artwork that they sell to raise money. It's all for charity, and it all goes to research on helping fight this disease. And a lot of strong players went out there. I know Justin Wong was out there, Ricky Ortiz was out there. So yeah, they played a lot of games too. It looks like Angelic.
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, Angelic. That's right. Okay, okay. Yeah.
In Street Fighter, top 8 was Reaper, Adon. This is 7th. Drew, Mighty, Bison. Then 5th were Deep Space, Rose, and Oni. 7 with Zangief. Patrick Rule got 4th with Dudley. Ivy Licious, Hugo, 3rd place. Ricky Ortiz, Poison, 2nd place. Justin Wong, Rose, 1st place. They played those characters the entire time.
Yep.
They did not switch away.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I'm not surprised about Ricky playing Poison because he's been wanting to play a lot of Poison recently. Justin Wong using Rose is interesting.
I had no expectation that Justin would pick up Rose. That said, I think it makes a lot of sense. If we're going to go back to Justin's kind of third strike play style, I feel like Rose could do well with that.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing he's probably playing this character trying to pick her up as much as possible for Capcom Cup.
Yeah, probably, he and Ricky were both saying that.
And probably from two standpoints, too. From I may use her to play, and maybe to understand to how to fight Luffy. You never know.
No, you're
it
right.
Could be that way too.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So
I thought that was great though that they both stuck with those characters the whole way. It wasn't like some joke pick, you know. It was them trying to really build those characters up. But by the way, good stuff to Ivy-licious Hugo and Patrick with Dudley. I watched starting actually in losers semis where they faced off against each other.
Okay,
that's when I came in. Which is an unfortunate time for Patrick because that matchup is not easy.
Wait, who did he play? Oh, Hugo Dudley?
Dudley against Hugo.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I remember when early on we played that match a little bit, and I was just like, this is...
Man, remember when Smug came to California for like a day or two? He and I only played a couple of casuals, but like it was way closer than it should have been. It really was.
Okay, fair enough.
It was not easy for him. But anyway, it was really cool, and you know, Ivy-licious ran into Ricky. Ricky is the one who beat him. In winners and in losers.
And
so.
Poison, you've been mentioning, has weird glitchy anti-Hugo things.
Very weird things happen.
So he can't armor through her fireball?
No, he can. It's just with a very different timing than usual.
Okay.
And you know how when he's doing EX Lariat and he's running, the armor actually runs out just before he hits.
Right.
But it happens so much at such a weird timing against Poison. I think that as she moves forward, as she throws the fireball, moves forward, she like tricks Hugo into thinking that she's closer than he is or something. So he may
trigger it'll trigger the swing, which loses the armor earlier than it should be.
Right.
Okay.
But then there are things like my normal setups for doing Stand Fierce. Like I'll do a deep jump in roundhouse, then the Stand Fierce, and that basically absorbs crouch techs. That's why I do it.
Gotcha.
But I had a long set against a couple of Poisons recently, where who they were just like mashing jab and whatever, and it was just blowing right through it. It was so strange. I didn't understand.
Well, I mean, you know, Hugo.
They're both glitchy characters.
Poison owns Hugo, right? I mean, story-wise, right? So maybe Hugo is just like, I can't...
He programmed it in.
Yeah, he's like, I can't really beat you up because, you know, you're like my manager and stuff like that, so...
It's giving a little bit too much credit to the dev team, I think.
Oh, man, okay.
Considering that the opposite is probably in order. They also played Marvel 3, top 8 there, starting from the bottom, Killicam 7th, with Dante Hawkeye Strider, Ivy-licious again with Wesker, Magneto, Doom. 5th were Gobstopper, Wesker, Doom, Strider, and 505 Vortex, Dante, Doom, Strider. Am I saying the same characters over and over? Aviary with Wesker, Doom, and Virgil. Dr. Random with Wesker, Spencer, Strange. I feel like I've said the word Wesker like way more times
than you probably should have. Yeah.
Then Angelic got 2nd place with Firebrand, Dorm, and Shuma, and Justin Wong won the whole thing. Wolverine, Storm, Akuma.
Now the interesting story that I've heard is one, Angelic's new team. He's not. I mean, he's tried Firebrand before, but of course he's always been Wolverine. Dormammu, Shuma, but here he went Firebrand.
Right.
And Grand Finals was him coming out of losers bracket, and he did reset Justin.
Yeah, did you watch that?
I didn't get a chance to see it.
I watched a little bit.
Oh, okay. And I heard in the 5th game too of that reset, it went 3-2 in the first set, but he made a ridiculous Shuma Gorath comeback. Yeah, which is awesome.
Always cool to see.
Yeah, but then Justin won it in the end with, you know, Wolverine, Storm, Akuma, Team Justin, pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
That was cool. They actually had an exhibition in Marvel that Justin won 7-5.
Nice. Okay.
Heartless won the Tekken tournament.
But, I mean, one thing I will say this, though, about Angelic. So he just got 2nd place at a tournament recently. He got 2nd place here at this tournament. All these are adding up. Remember, he got 3rd place at EVO in 2013. All this is adding up. He's gonna be dangerous in this game, I think. It's just. Of
course.
I mean, he was already dangerous. Don't get me wrong, but he was never at that level where you felt like he could take the tournament over like a Justin or a Chris G or a Filipino champ. But the more and more he does this, the more and more he gets here. And now he got a reset on Justin, which has got to feel good for his psyche as well.
It's very valuable experience-wise. Like I said, Heartless won Tekken, and Justice was won by Fotis with Scorpion.
What?
Dang, top 3 was Scorpion, Black Adam, Green Lantern. Batgirl makes total sense. Anyway, just interesting to see Scorpion up there. Justin Wong won Killer Instinct.
Dude, he won Skullgirls.
He also won Skullgirls.
So random.
With Valentine Parasol. That's right, he played Val. BBCP was won by Rubino with Noel. Some cool character results in the rest of that tournament there.
I forgot.
But what's up?
No, I remember reading somewhere they raised something like 8,000, 6,000 or 8,000 or something like that for the charity. At
It was
the
something
event.
like that. Yeah, it was quite a bit of money that they raised. And I really like the idea. You know, a lot of the players there were from the Southwest kind of region, New Mexico, Arizona, and the like. But some players, like we were talking about, came from outside of that region. And I hope that if this continues, that more people will take a look at it next year, because it's a really good idea. You know, we don't have too many dedicated charity events in fighting games, so it would be great to have more of them, or more focus on the couple that we do have.
Right, and also a little bit of shout out to Justin here, because a lot of people weren't able to go to the event to try to buy some of this artwork and stuff like that, right? So Justin actually bought some of the artwork that he has no intention of keeping, and he's just selling it to some of his stream monsters and Twitter fans and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of cool. I think it's kind of a neat thing.
He's so nice, man. He is such a nice dude.
Dude, when he came back from Tokyo Game Show, he bought so much crap, and then he tweeted out like, "Here's my first trip to the post office," and this receipt that was just like ridiculously long. And then all of a sudden, all these retweets from people. Thanks for the pin, Justin. Thanks for these pins. Thanks for these buttons.
Yeah. Well, when he went to Japan the previous time, before he left, he asked me if I wanted anything, and I was like, "Get me some weird food." That's some like weird non-perishable food, just like whatever the and like obviously like I have certain dietary restrictions, like, but you know, within that set. And he was okay, and he got me some really weird fish. It was like weird fish strips, and like the skin was still on them. And
like, wasn't it the whole intact fish? Like, didn't it have the eyes?
It was straight up. That's right. It was the whole fish.
Yeah, because I've seen that Asian snacks before, like that. Yeah,
it was a snack that was a whole fish. It was so weird.
It's like a bunch of tiny little fish. It's a bunch of tiny little fish that you just eat. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, the point is that he's that kind of guy.
And he actually bought me a couple of Darkstalker shirts too. And I feel bad because I should bring them. I wanted to wear it, but I forgot. But Kaneda got me these shirts, and so I was like, all right, I want to wear this shirt for him.
Well,
so, yeah. I'll bring them up after the break, and I can show people the Darkstalker shirts that he got me. So
we haven't talked about Topanga yet, as far as I know, right? I don't think we've gotten there.
I don't think we've talked about it at all.
So B League is going on. We've talked about Topanga many times in the past, previous seasons that they've had, but this is an extended round robin sort of situation between a bunch of different players. And the B League is to determine who moves up into A League, which is the top league. 4 of the players are going to do so, and there are quite a few players in the B League. So they are Mago Yang, Tokido Akuma, YHC Mochi Dalsim, Nishikin Blanca, Itabashi Zangief with Zangief, Nemo Rolento, X Pugera with Ibuki, Santaru with Sagat, Sako Elena, Katakana de Aoki with the Capri, Uitajin with Chun-Li, Koji Koji with Hawk, Akutagawa with Dudley, Ninome with Rose, Sasaki Cody, and Yosanjiri. So it's a really, really varied set of players, and a bunch of very top-level players. A lot of those players are the best in the world, or top 2-3 in the world with their characters.
That's why I chuckled while you were reading the name. Like, Sako and Nemo are in the B League?
Right.
Like, what is going on? You know, who's in the A League? But, you know, obviously it's guys like Daigo and Bonchan are in there, so, but yeah.
And by the way, commentated by Aru, who I think people in the U.S. know more as Papa Chihuahua.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, I don't think that interview that he did with us has actually come out. As far as I know, it hasn't come out.
Well, there was a lot of content, so it was to
I don't know. I stayed for another hour.
Yeah, I know.
Actually.
You guys even played? Did they record the matches that you played?
I don't think we recorded them. No.
Okay.
So he was a very good alpha player back in the day, and he has a lot of credit himself.
Yeah.
And he still is one of the top Japanese guy players. And because when we were doing this interview, he asked us something like,
"Did you guys even play before?"
Yeah.
You know? I actually wanted to ask you, like, when you were fighting Smug, did Smug ever go like, "Wow, you actually play," or anything like that?
No,
okay, because people do that all the time.
I know, they do.
So,
no, but so he asked us that, and then we kind of indignantly were like, "Did you ever play?"
Yeah.
and he did. So anyway, he and I did play a few matches. It was his guy against my Hugo and Zangief, I think, if I recall correctly. And it was pretty even. He's good, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so I mean, in conclusion, he knows his stuff. He's not just some entertainer out there. He's a strong guy himself.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to go through from bottom to top or anything like that, because I just want to bring this up right now, because Sako, obviously strong player, but he's going with Elena. Right. Elena, not a lot of people consider bad. I'm still not sure exactly how she can be that bad, but obviously I've not had enough experience with this character and stuff like that. And, but everybody says she's terrible, right? Pretty much everybody, right?
I mean, comparatively, not in an absolute. She's not some DJ. She's not like she's a viable character, but within the set of viable characters, I would put her towards the lower end, man. Yeah,
but Sako is currently in first place with 6 wins and 0 losses. With Elena, the only person with no losses.
He is undefeated and plus 14 in games also, which is a significant margin on second place, which is plus 9. Yeah, very, very impressive. I haven't watched many of them. You know, every now and then one of those matches like slips onto YouTube or something. You can see it. But so you know, for the most part, I haven't seen them. But the couple that I've seen, I mean, he looked solid. Certainly. I feel like there's some character unfamiliarity.
Oh yeah.
On the part of his opponents who maybe are not that used to blocking her high-low game yet. But he's doing some great things with that. Nevertheless, you know, he's doing kind of what Nemo did and what a lot of good players do. They test to see if you know your stuff, and if you don't, then they're going to capitalize on that. And so he does that. But on top of that, he does a great job with kind of making into frame traps things that are maybe originally supposed to be just like a high-low mix-up, like the EX Mallet Smash, right? Which he used a lot more, and at least in the couple games I saw, more like a frame trap.
Okay.
He uses her mobility very well. His execution is ridiculous, and her one-frame link combos are no problem for him.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say, I mean, Sako obviously known for landing all of combos in general, and whenever you watch Elena's like Justin and Chris G, a lot of times they lose matches because they drop the links, right?
Right.
And also, don't forget Sako. I mean, I always have to go with the caveat that he does have the select button move down to the bottom, which helps him because after EX Mallet Smash, jab is the button that you want to link, and having that back plinking, select plinking helps a lot.
Right.
Helps a lot. So.
But I mean, he had some sick combos with her that I haven't seen other people do, like a full combo into Link's tail, FADC toward, keep it up, blah, blah, blah. I haven't seen anybody else do that.
Sako doing combos that you haven't seen anyone else do? Whoa! But, I mean, then if you look at the people in the next spot, which is EX Pugera, who finished super high at EVO last year, and then Nemo with Rolento, they're both 5-1.
Right.
You got to imagine the only losses they've got were Sako, right? If they've managed to play Sako, I'm not sure. I mean, they have the whole record down here. I just don't want to look through the whole thing right now.
Agreed.
But 5-1, no surprise that those two guys are up there. So.
Totally, man. Yeah, I think those are reasonable ones to pick. But let's look at the ones who are on the bottom. KOG did very well at EVO also. But getting exposed down here, 1-4, -7 in games.
Below him is actually Sasaki with Cody going 1-5 so far.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. Cody got some buffs, maybe not enough. I don't know, or maybe he's just getting solved here. Akutagawa with Dudley. I feel like Dudley is really good in this game, but I don't know.
I mean, honestly, like, the only way to make this proper representation would be to put Smug in this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
to see where Dudley is going.
Yeah, but on the other end, Mochi is probably the best Dalsum in the world. He's the player who, if you recall, Daigo specifically singled out as being the player he most did not want to fight in Ultra.
Yeah.
And he's getting his butt kicked. He's 2-4. He's -7 overall.
Yeah.
In general, I don't want to use lists like these as kind of tier representations. But I think that's pretty much it.
Only if it's Dalsum and Dalsum is getting beat up will it be official, right? So
but you know, so Topanga it's a pay-per-view sort of situation. So I think a lot of the people outside of Japan haven't been able to watch.
Yeah, of course.
Which is unfortunate. There's just so much good action. I'm not going to begrudge them the business model, but I really wish that I could see more of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see more of Elena, Sako's Elena, if it's a different beast than anybody else or what. You know?
I do want to mention, though, that after the Pugera and Nemo tier, the next tier is Santaro with Sagat, Tokido with Akuma, and Nishiken with Blanca. The one that I actually want to point... So they're all 4 and 2.
Okay.
The one that I want to point out is Santaro with Sagat. So we have Bonchan. We've already talked about being an amazing player. We talked about Ryan Hart being amazing with Sagat and getting second place, not a surprise, and everything like that. Right. And here's Santaro doing really well with Sagat.
Oh, don't forget Sanford Kelly recently winning a major.
Yeah, that's right. And Leslie, I'm sure, is still playing Sagat,
he got
right?
4th.
Dude, one of the most cried about characters when Ultra came out.
So many tears.
And you know what? Sagat's doing fine.
Doing just fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't think Sagat was nerfed that badly. Wanted to get that out there. So.
I hear you.
Okay.
All right, well, you want to take a break? We haven't taken a break yet.
Okay, cool.
Okay, when we do that, we'll talk about some new games and characters.
All right, be right back.